Okay, so hello everyone. So now we will see the final part of this complete video series, that is to now deploy your ML model using Flask. So just let me add here something. As of now, how many things we have seen? Just we will make a list. So first we have seen pickle, then we have seen here Flask, some introduction about that Flask. Third thing we have seen, its project structure of Flask. Then we have seen some get and post method, and then fifth one that we had seen was a Jinja template. Actually, we have not covered complete Jinja template. We have just seen the Jinja template required for our Flask development, or that ML project deployment here using Flask. So this kind of around 5 videos may be you can watch. If you want to understand this video, you need to watch this previous videos so that you will get more clarity. And now we will see today here the ML project deployment using Flask. So I have already here one ML project with me. This is my Jupyter notebook. Here I have this logistic regression model ready. So let me just open this. So we will not consider this one. It's a very easy kind of model that we have considered based on age. We are going to see like whether the person will have insurance or not. We will not consider this. We will go here for this one, that is for iris dataset, which is available on web. You can just go and search iris dataset, you will get easily. So that dataset has around 150 entries and 5 columns. So what are these 5 columns actually? Here, like based on this input, sepal length, sepal width, and petal width, we are going to see which kind of flower we have, or like does it has a setosa or virginica or versicolor. So these are the 3 kind of flower it may produce. So what I have done is here I have used here scikit-learn train, test and split, where I have divided my complete data set into 30 and 70%. So here you can see that was, sorry, it was 20 and 80%. So test size is 0.2, means 20 and 80%. So here the test size has now 30 entries and training set has 120 entries. Then we have called here logistic regression. Then based on that, we got here this fit method by which we have trained our model. Then I have used here predict method for my testing data, so I got this kind of values. And then we have calculated here score. So here definitely you will get some error. Why? Because I have not run this. So just let me run. Okay. So this is now X train, Y train we got, and this is score. It's 100% accurate. We are getting 1.0, means accuracy score is good. Then I have called here confusion matrix. Then by using predict, we have just stored that actually predict into Y predict, and we have got here confusion matrix with respect to Y test and Y predict values. So that was confusion matrix, and we have drawn it in more better way by using your heat map. So that was here the heat map, which is telling like whenever you will have 0 type by prediction, so it will tell 9 times, or it's telling 9 times that it is the 0 category. 0 category means it's a setosa. 1 means it will be virginica, and third will be versicolor, like this. So here you can just go and see. I have already done this. This is versicolor is second and virginica is third one. Okay, we have already made this changes here. Okay, so complete thing we have already done. If you are just now watching this video, so you should know first logistic regression, then only you can go ahead. And based on then pickle, what we have done, we have just first created here dump method. Based on that, we have got this file. That name is what, logisticpickle.pkl. So we need to just check this. Again, I have provided some input. I have checked like what is that type. That is done. Now just let me go and just let me check like am I getting this? Yes, we have this logisticpickle.pkl. So let me download this file. So this is here. Now okay. So this is our folder where we have this file to be pasted. So I have pasted that logistic pickle here. I hope you can see this one. So this model has to paste in the same folder. So now we will just go and we will see, yes, this file is now present in your VS Code. So we will start our code right now here. So what I will do is I will first create my default route. That default route is app.route. Here you will write /. The function name can be anything. I will just write here, let's say the name is home, and it returns what? It returns render template. So into render template I will simply call here my index.html. that is the file I have here already present. Okay, we will modify this one as well. So I will just pass here index.html, like this you can pass. Okay, and before this, now we should call this file as well here. That is your logistic regression model. It's saved here into binary format. Okay, so I will just call this by pickle. So I need to import pickle as well. So I will write here import pickle, and from pickle you can simply use now that file. So first open that file. I will write here open, and what file you are opening? So you are opening here logistic pickle. pkl.pkl. So that is the extension, and here you will write read you are doing, so you will write here rb, not write binary. And next thing what we can do is here you can just create one object. So object is here, let's say obj, and you will write here pickle dot load. Okay, so we have seen this everything into very first video, like what process you are doing. So if you are not understanding like what I am writing here, so you should first watch the video number 1 where I was talking about pickle. So here what should you pass? You should just pass your file. Okay, so file object I have passed. So this obj is now holding what? It's holding your this complete logistic regression. Okay, so we have used pickle.load method to load the object of that logistic regression .pickle file. Okay, so by using this object now we can call any method from logistic regression. Let's say it can be fit, predict, anything. We require actually predict method for prediction. So now what we will do, we have created default route. So whenever we will run this, what will happen? You will get your default route. So this is the same output we are expecting here. It will take some time because it's now running on your this model. Okay, so this model will load. That's why it takes little bit time. So just go here and run. So you can see we are getting the same name, like the name of user is as follow, username. Okay, so that is the same output we are getting. Okay, so here what should I do is you will simply just go here, and now you will create a different route. I'm just telling now the route name is predict rather than just saying submit. You can write any name. I'm just writing predict, and method will be what? Now method will be here your post, because you want to post your data. Okay, you want to post your inputs. So I'm just changing here even function name. You can keep again as it is. Okay, so function name is here predict. And what kind of inputs we are expecting with this? So we are expecting here some sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. So I will just write here sepal length equals to, I will write the same thing from what you will say, that post method video you need to refer, so that you will get an idea. So I'm calling the input, so I will write here request dot form dot get. Okay, and here what value you require, so you require sepal length. Okay, so sepal length is the first value that you require. Then the next you require is sepal width, so I will just write here sepal width. Then just store that into sepal width. Okay, then you require petal length and petal width, so just make this as petal length, and make this as petal width. So these are the four variables we have created, which are storing your values by this variable, or it will fetch the value into this variable, that is sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width. If you will check your ML model, so you can see it takes the value in terms of, again, same thing, that is sepal length, sepal width, petal width. So same kind of inputs has to provide. Here also I have provided this inputs 6.0, 2.2, 4.8 and 1.1. So these inputs are present somewhere into our test. You can just see this. Can I just say this one, like 6.2 or 6.0? What is the outcome we are getting? That is versicolor. So 6.2, though I will make this and I will just try to run this. You can see we are getting the same thing because that is belongs to versicolor here. This is somewhere should be present, or we can take any values, let's say 5.0, 3.6, 1.40, 0.2, like this. So I will just take this. This is for what category? Just Setosa. So we will check whether your model is properly working or not. So I will just pass this into 2D array. Okay, you need to provide this by, I think, comma separated, like this, and try to just run this. You can see we are getting Setosa. So your model is working very fine because the accuracy score is here 1.0. So no issues, it's working completely accurate. Now what we will do is we will again go here, but these inputs whatever we are storing here, sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width, it's into a string format. Whenever we are passing, it will be all the time into string format, so we need to convert that into float. So just write here float, just do some typecasting, make this as float. Okay, here also write float. Here also you should just add one more bracket, here at the front write float, close this and write float, so that your input will be converted into float. Okay, so that's it, input we have. Now we need to use what function? Here you can just see we have something as a predict function which can be used by object. So that load model I have written there, but here I have used one object, that is obj. So by using that obj I can call predict. So I will just write obj dot predict, and here what I will pass, I will simply pass here input into 2D format. So where the input is getting stored, it's stored into sepal length, sepal width, then I need to pass petal length and petal width. So same format you need to pass, you can't do anything, like you can't change this. If you will change the sequence, maybe you can get a different result. So that is the first dimension. Second dimension is nothing because you need to pass input into 2 dimensions. So if you will do like this, you will get your predictions, but it has to be stored somewhere, so that whenever you are expecting, it should be print on your web page, so that it should be printed. That's why what you will do, you will use one variable. So let's say the name of variable is r, or anything you can write. Okay, so I'm just writing this as r, and this is all, like, that's it for this complete I would say your Flask code. So now the last thing is uh, remaining here is return. So what this function returns again, it returns the render template again, and there you will call again the same thing, that is your index.html. Okay, and what value you will pass here? So you will pass something, let's say result equals to r. So what I have done, I have just used here Jinja templating, which was done into last video. So if you are not understanding like what I have done, so please go and watch the previous video so that you will understand. Here I can just tell you whatever the result will be stored into obj.predict, it's stored into r variable, and that variable we have passed by another variable, that is result, and I will print what, I will print result into this index.html. Okay, here I am expecting to print. So we will just do like this. So just let me save this and let me go on my HTML page. So here what changes you will make, we will just see this one. So this is, let's say, your, what I will say, form. This has no form, so we will first create form. Okay, because we have taken the input in terms of form. So just you can go and see, this is what request.form.get. So I need to pass again here those form. So into form I am passing action. So action will be what, the route which you are expecting. So whenever you are performing any action, you are expecting this predict function should be called. By default, which function will be called, or which route will be called, your default route, and it will go into index. But into index, whenever you are passing any values, you are expecting it should be stored into sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width, so that this route should be called. So we are using here action equals to that route only, it's a predict. Okay, the next method will be what, method will be here, you can you should not write here any commas into HTML actually. Method equals to post, that's it. Apart from this, now into HTML you should just write input type. So what is your input type? Input type is, let's say, a text, because you are expecting text boxes. Then what is your name? So name equals to, you will write sepal width, or first is what, first is width or length. So first is length, so you should write length only. So sepal length. Okay, complete thing we are not expecting, I will just better to write this sepal length. Then you can write again input type, type equal to text, one more text box. This time you are expecting sepal width, sepal width. Okay, third text box we require again input type equals to text, again third text box. The name is what now, petal length. And the last text box we require here to take the input. So input type equals to again text, name equals to, you will write petal width, like this. So this is the four inputs you have taken. So if you will run this, you can just see what is happening now. Just rerun this. Okay, you can see like we have four text boxes, but they are adjacent to each other. So what we will do is we will just use now a break tag. Okay, so we need to just understand basic HTML. You can use CSS even to make it more better, to look it more better. I'm just telling you basic things. So these are now will keep your text boxes into next line, one after another. So if you will just rerun this, you can see we got this, but we don't know like where I should pass what input. So you can either write here some labels before this, or you can just write here a value So or placeholder equals to, you can write what you are expecting. You are expecting your sepal length. Okay, here for this one, placeholder equals to, you can write sepal width. Okay, uh, then again placeholder equals to, you are writing petal length, and here you are writing a placeholder equals to petal width, like this. So this can be one option you can do. Just rerun this, you can see like where you should pass what kind of input, like this. Okay, sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, you can pass any input so that it will be removed like this. Okay, then next, after passing all the inputs, something should be happen. That's why you will pass here one more button. So I will just create here button. So that button is what? That button is submit. So I will just write here input type equal to submit. Okay, and value on that button we are expecting, so that value is what? Predict. I will just write predict. Looks good. Okay, so the button will come with that text predict, and after that we are expecting we should get classification of that flower. So I will write here class. I will use some paragraph tag, and inside this paragraph tag I will write here class of flower, or you can say that iris, and it will be printed by that Jinja template. Okay, so who is holding that prediction? Which variable is holding? It's holding by this r. Okay, and r's value is being holded by result. So you can either try to pass r or you can pass result. So I will pass a result only. Okay, and we will now try to run the final try we will do. So just, okay, now it's running. So just go on this local server and follow the link. So you can see now we have sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. So let me pass some random values which has already passed, like this, and click on predict. So you can see we got Virginica. So Virginica was the class for that given input. Okay, you can pass any values. Let's say 5.2 is your sepal length, sepal width is 1.2, petal length is 3.2, and petal width is 1.1. If you will click on predict, you will get versicolor. Okay, so that's it. Like based on your input, classification may change. So this is the very basic project. You can even change here or add some headings. I forgot to add. You can just add here that, so that it will look even more better. Like into body I will just use h1 heading. I will just write like flower classification or iris classification, irification. Okay, so that it will look you will just get an idea like what is it, iris classification. You can change color, you can make even it more better looking by using css. This is very basic html. Okay, so this was the complete project. In next video we will see like how we can deploy this on cloud. So that is actually the end of this series, but we will do that extra study or extra stuff for you. So thank you everyone.